Okay, let me try to remember where I am here. Get this audio right too. Does this matter? No. So over the last 2 days or so, I did a lot of refactoring on this guy. The code is still not quite where it should be, but it is significantly better than it was. There's still more of that to do. I don't think I want to do that tonight. I think I would rather make a little more forward progress. But before I start with that, let's just run through the game and make sure it has not burned down. Actually, that's a little bug right there. I guess we don't care about that obviously mocked AI, but I guess passable should return false if the targeted square is out of bounds. That's something to remember. Because that guy just totally exited the map. Okay. I think our game works though. So let's see. Tonight, what I want to start working on is the, like, movement radius stuff. Right now, we can move units any distance at all, and that's obviously not what we want. What we want ultimately is the Advance Wars kind of thing, where you click on a guy and you get a, I guess, blue movement radius, and then you can move to any grid, any cell within that radius. So this is probably going to be tricky. So let's do this. Let's create a radius branch to work on. And I guess first, let's just make a sprite, I guess, for indicating cells that fall inside of the radius. So let's just pull up on our little Pico editor here. For the time being, I'm just going to do this. We may get more sophisticated in the future, but don't need to be fancy right now. Oh, I need to check. What is the... That's 48. Okay. Now, I think this is going to be a big thing, so let's put this in its own file. And get that guy building into the game. Thought I'd sorted those. I guess I didn't. I want to clean this up later, but I don't care right now. I need to finish refactoring our game table, sure. So let's see, we're gonna have a radius method. A radius table, and we need a method, I guess. I guess we should have like a show method or something that accepts a... I guess it accepts a unit, because we're going to need to know the unit's position, and the unit's... Eventually we're going to need to know its speed or movement or whatever we call it. So, yeah, let's do that. And just while we're getting this wired up, let's make this do something absolutely trivial, like paint a single tile blue or whatever. So let's see here. Good to look at cursor. Forgot. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Oh yeah, and we're gonna need a radius draw. I don't know if we're gonna need a constructor for this. Maybe we will. I don't know. Let me think about that. We're gonna need to instantiate this thing. No, we probably only need a draw method. Yeah, let's see if that works out. Actually, 48. Oh, we need to wire this into the battle map loop. Where? Let's see. After cursor? No. After map, before cursor. But then, let's see, if that goes there, we would need a constructor and state. So we do something like center has X and Y coordinates, and I guess a radius. You know, I kind of hate radius dot radius. But I'm referring to two different radii there, really. I don't need to track the actual unit. I just need to, yeah, I do need an initializer here, so grab this. Oh, so this will be a, yeah, like that. You will accept a unit. I guess I want like a singleton here, and I assume that's how this works. Which means this isn't really a constructor, I guess. It's a singleton. I don't know. I don't really like singletons though. Let's forget about that. Want r dot center dot x to equal to let's change this up. Let's accept a unit and do that. r.center.x, let's be clearer here. Unit is unit dot cell dot x and y. And then let's say for now, let's say r dot radius is 1, but eventually we're gonna want to read that as some value from the unit. I don't know which yet. I haven't made up my mind. So this needs to happen, what, in our selection loop or whatever? Is that still in cursor? Or I refactor all this away? No, it's here. Okay. Hey again, Noctis. How's it going tonight? How you doing? I'm doing pretty well. I appreciate it. I have a normal work week, and then I'm off for the whole week of Christmas, so I'm excited about that. Probably sink a lot of time into this guy, see how far we can take it. I haven't streamed in 2 or 3 days, but I spent really a lot of time over Friday and Saturday refactoring this thing significantly. Yeah, very nice. I'm looking forward to it. So this like last I streamed this code, I would say was a dumpster fire, and now it's like a kitchen fire, stove fire, sink fire. It's better. It's better. It's still not where it needs to be, but it's significantly better. So now with some of that refactoring out of the way, what I'm doing tonight is putting in, well, this is going to be a whole thing, I think, but I'm going to start trying to put in the movement radii around each unit when you go to move, and then constrain movement so you can't go all the way across the map like this anymore. So that's what we're hacking on tonight. What have you been working on, man? You had any time to hack on Go recently? I know you were kind of looking at it the other night. Oh, cool. Yeah, Medes and Lua. Yeah, I was reading more about that too, because like this idiom, I think I'm now only starting to understand it. The whole set meta table self thing. I was also like I'm still flipping through the book here, trying to pick this up when I can, and I was reading about weak tables a little bit today. That's something I don't really understand yet, so I need to give this chapter a read. I feel though like I don't know if you're familiar with the book JavaScript: The Good Parts. It's kind of old now, but the premise is that JavaScript as a language is kind of broad, but there's a subset of the language that like there's only a subset of the language that you should use. And I kind of feel maybe the same way about Lua. Like I'm not sure every feature of the language is a good idea, so I'm almost feeling like we almost have the knowledge we need here to proceed, but I don't know. You weren't as well versed? Yeah, same. I bump into stuff all the time that I don't understand about this language, and I'm still doing a lot of copying and pasting from code I've already written versus I haven't internalized these patterns yet very well. But I guess that'll come with time, so it's fine. Right now, I'm just trying to, in a very gross way, patch in our radius constructing and stuff, and then I think we're going to do a little bit of graph paper algorithm thinking here tonight, because this will probably be actually tricky to work out, so I don't know. Yeah, like the operator overloading stuff, I was reading about that too, and that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, that's very clever, but I'm not a fan of clever. I don't think I would ever do operator overloading, and I don't see the advantage of that when you could just have an add method or a concat method or something that is less clever and more obvious, you know? So, yeah, like in my head, that's kind of one of those language features that it's worth knowing, but I'm probably going to avoid it. Index works, yeah, exactly. The index thing reminds me of like method missing or whatever in Ruby, which I get it. That's how you map a property to a prototype or something. I get that. And I'm not even like in love with that, but I think that's at least necessary. But the operator overloading I don't think is necessary, even though it's, you know, clever. Yeah, straightforward, that one. So somewhere we need to initialize a radius. I guess we can just do this and just have the one. It's not like really a singleton, but we're just going to initialize one of them. Wait, where do I initialize this thing? Is there a cursor? Is there a new? There's no cursor new method. Is that weird? I guess it's not weird. I guess we... Do we need this? We don't actually need a... Yeah, we don't even need a new method. But we need this functionality somewhere. Some of it we need. What do we want? Radius... Apply or center or... Because we're actually not initializing a radius. What do we have? We have update, draw... Actually, maybe we do need unit. Maybe that's the only thing we need. Yeah, we probably just need this, and we just like store a unit in the radius or something. So it'd be like radius dot create or init, not init. Center show, yeah. I think it's, maybe we're back to show. Let's do show and figure it out later. Radius show accepts a unit. You accept nothing. So radius draw will be stupid. Let's just do this. Let's do this. This is really stupid and a good place to start. Draw sprite 48, add You learned that using meta for objects instead of closure style, you only set memory for the user data, not for the functions. With closure style, each object is memory for the data and functions. Are you saying that's the case if you use the index to, like the underscore index thing, to point to another table as the prototype or the meta table for one object? Because I think that's how JavaScript is too, is you can bind functions to the prototype. Yes, exactly. Okay, yeah. And that way, not every unit or every instance has its own functions. Yeah. I've been trying to be mindful of that in architecting this, just because I don't want to burn through the 2 megs of RAM or whatever it is we have, even though we're like way the hell under it right now, which is great. On the right track. Good. I appreciate it. Yeah. figure, like again, I've never worked in Lua, but I've worked in in enough other languages where I at least have an intuition about this, if not knowledge about it. So radius draw, we should draw self dot unit dot x times 8, because no, that's not quite right. Self dot unit dot cell dot x times 8, and self dot unit dot cell dot y times 8. I hate this vocabulary. What are we doing? Radius. I shouldn't let myself get hung up on this, but it annoys me. Are we showing a radius? Are we creating a radius? Are we revealing a radius? Are we... We're not... I don't like initialize or new, because we're not doing that. Whatever. Show, I guess. Who cares? Yeah, so... Let me... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There's just some random YouTube of Advanced Wars. So you see how you select a unit and then you get these highlighted squares and stuff? That is what I'm calling a radius. Okay, what are you saying? Assign a radius value to the unit itself, then use radius functions as a static class and just pass them as... That's exactly what I'm doing. The only small difference is that I'm not passing in values from the unit. I'm just going to pass in the unit and then read the properties off of it. But yeah, that's exactly it. So, and then, you know, you said static class. See, this is, again, where I don't really know what the idiomatic way to do this is in Lua. What I have is kind of like a de facto singleton, where, like, I'm just creating one table and using it. I don't know if there's, like, a cleverer or better or more idiomatic or standard or whatever way to do this, because, like a static class certainly could be one way, or... You know, a singleton could be another way. I'm not a like a strictly enforced singleton would be another way. Though I'm not a huge fan of singletons as a pattern in general. But I mean, maybe it'd be appropriate here. I don't really know. But what I'm doing is just like the poor man singleton, where I'm just gonna initialize one and use it, and that's what we've been doing with Cursor this whole time, and it seems fine. Line 1, you don't need unit, pass unit functions. Yeah, I think that'll be fine, probably, right? We'll assign it here, and then when it's time to draw it, we'll just read those values out. Probably work all right. The only thing I have yet to decide is where precisely to bolt that in, but I think it probably happens here. And the first... Actually, let's make one change. I want to see the blue just... The first thing I want to do, just to make sure this thing is all wired up right, is just draw the cell to the right of the unit, make that blue. And then once we have all the plumbing in place, then we pull up the notepad here and we start working out the algorithm of how to draw this thing. Because I was thinking about the algorithm over a couple of days. I've actually been thinking about this for a long time, because I think, strangely, this is going to be like one of the hardest things to implement in the whole game. And I think it could be hard if we want to implement, like, per cell movement costs. And I think we probably want that, because like in Advanced Wars, you know, like if you're on a road or you're moving through a plane or something, like it costs 1 movement point to get through. But if it's a mountain or if it's dense woods or something, it's like 2, you know, cost movement 2 to get through. So like when you start thinking through that, it actually gets tricky, because you're not just drawing a circle or anything. I have a solution in my head. I don't know if it'll work, but I guess we'll figure that out. As an aside, you know, like I haven't done much graphical work, like, ever, outside of web development, which is its own thing. And I did some research into just the algorithm of drawing circles. And that's, like, a lot more complicated than I would have guessed. If you want to separate logic more, make radius draw a unit as well. Then in the map render, yeah, loop through the units calling the functions. That's close to what I'm doing. So radius show, and I really hate the word show. I need to think of a better word, but show is what I'm going to call. So never set a radius dot unit. I think I need to set a radius dot unit because we're going to be here. This is all a huge mess. Let me clean this up real quick. What do I even have happening here? Oh my god. Wait, I don't even want to do it anyway. Don't need that. Unit radius. Yeah, okay. So the reason I think we need to store that unit is because... Wait, I did want cursor. The logic is that when it's the player's turn and they click at some point, I think it's here, we just need to update the state of radius and associate it with the unit, because the loop that will be invoking the draw method is here, and by the time we're here, we don't have access to that unit anymore. Yeah, if we didn't save it as state. Yeah, that's exactly right, because initially I wasn't thinking of having the unit either. I was just going to do, like, pass in some X and Y here, right? Yeah. But yeah, you're thinking the same way I was, but when I saw this, like, okay, we actually do have to track that, which is a little unfortunate because we have to spend a little bit of RAM. Actually, it's probably just a pointer, I guess, to the unit table. But yeah, I don't know. But I think this will work. I think this will work. Yeah, true. Very true. It does save a loop. And we... Yeah, and given that there will be a maximum of one radius on screen at every time, too, I think that's a good trade. Because you're only going to have one unit selected at any given time. So, okay. So that's our draw, and then, okay. This is just going to be self.unit equals unit. That's trivial. So then this should be here when we select a unit. Actually, I don't even... You know what? I mean, I guess I'll use this method for now, but... I'm tempted just to set that property, but whatever. Let's... Radius dot... No, radius show unit. So that should save that value, and we can trash all of this. Trash that. That's wired in. I know this won't work, but let's see how close we are. Not very close. Did I not? Source radius. Screen battle. Third. Oh, is it? See, I need to fix this. Yeah, so this needs to come earlier. See, this is all a giant mess. I'll just put that at the beginning. Who cares? I need to figure out a better way to do this because that's disgusting. Spring battle line 30. What's the problem? Source radius. Did I spell it wrong or something? Radius. 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 You should be invoked like this. I don't know if that's the problem though. Okay. Attempt to index field cell a nil value. Yeah, okay. If not self.unit, then return end, I guess. Yeah, I had that. I fixed the dot draw, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I did have that wrong, though. Radius line 9. Why is that wrong? Attempt to index field cell a nil value. I thought that's what I was doing here with this line I added, if not cell.unit then return end. Because I thought that would mean if... Yeah. That's what I thought that would fix that, and it did not. So that's a little weird. Which makes me wonder what's happening here. That won't fix it, but... Is it possible? It can't be possible to have a unit without... Yeah, they're all initialized with coordinates, so... This is probably some stupid thing that a strictly typed language would catch. Let's see. Did I just like index the property wrong or something? Self.unit equals a unit. Init with cell. Every unit I think should have that. Or not self.unit.cell. See if that does anything for us. That fixed it. I don't know why. Okay, so good call on that for sure. I don't know why that could be... How did we end up where we have a unit that doesn't have a cell property? they're all initialized with a cell, and we know that because they appear on the map. Let's take a look at the construct and it with the cell as well. Yeah, so that's where they're all actually initialized, and I think that looks fine. And then the unit constructor, I don't see what's wrong here. That's confusing. We're not self.unit.cell. I think well... Oh, you know what? Unit can be... Wait. Unit can be false, but this shouldn't execute when that's false. In the radius draw, print the contents of the unit. See what the unit passes first. Yeah. The only thing that's tricky here is I actually have... It's actually very challenging to debug bars in PIC-08, at least with the techniques I know. I think there's like a proper way to do it, but I don't know what it is. We might be able to do... Wait, so, okay. So I'm already debugging the selected unit. So we kind of have that on screen. So what's happening? So right now, there's no unit selected, and I click a dude. What? So the unit starts as so I don't know if the unit does start as an empty table though. That's what's strange to me, because this is, you know, I don't know. So this is the unit made a table, right? It's like the prototype, and we're doing that index thing. So if we had at any point failed to initialize a unit, it should initialize with this default, I think. Unless maybe it's this guy that is actually... See, this line confuses me a little bit. But also, these have to have cell values. Correct ones, or else they wouldn't even render on the map. You know what I mean? And radius, it starts as... That is the... Oh, you're right. You're right. You're saying it's this guy. It's... So it's... Well... Oh, and I guess an empty table... Maybe this is it. Maybe an empty table actually satisfies self.unit, because I was kind of thinking that, like, an empty table would be falsy, because, like, I don't know. I mean, PHP, right? But I mean, like, PHP's garbage, so whatever. But yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. So it's working fine, and we don't even we don't even need this test at all, because really, like you pointed out, not equal to nil. Yeah. We don't have like an empty or something, do we? I think I'll just do this, because that at least makes sense. But yeah. Something's able to bypass it. But I think we want an empty table to fail, or not fail, but we want an empty table to exit early. And really, I could even just do this and get rid of this, but I kind of like that there, even for the sake of... Yeah, exactly. But even for the sake of documentation, it's sort of like this there. No, it's all good, man. It's good. You're doing an excellent job co-piloting here over Twitch chat. That's not the best medium to have to try to do that in. Pour some more coffee here. Okay, so this... I don't want to say works. Yeah, I think so. I'm very surprised that an empty table is truthy in Lua. I don't think that would be the case in any other language I've used. I don't think. So, okay. So now, okay, next problem. So we select a guy, he's at 1-1, and we drew a square. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Okay, well, we changed this up a little bit, because look what's happening. The radius follows our dude around. So, whoops. That's, like, actually super incorrect. So we actually can't do this. We don't want unit, we want... I think we do want that center and radius thing again, so we can do a shallow assignment of values, I guess. So we want to do center is, x is 0, y is 0, and radius is, let's say, 1 for now. Yeah, that's exactly right. We're following our unit around, and we don't want that. So our radius... Now we actually are... No, we're still not. Well, let's see. So now we want X, Y, and R. Now we want that, so that'll be a shallow assignment. And then... And our... Where the hell I put cursor? So then we want... That's weird. Did you see how the language server was... Why is the language server type hinting? Is that even a thing in Lua? I just installed this language server the other day when Vim recommended it. I don't... If there's a way to implement typing in Lua, I want to do it, but I'm not aware of one. Yeah. It's just weird that it's doing the anything. Like it's like it's TypeScript or something, but... Is type so Lua actually, yeah, I guess it has to track types internally. It just doesn't allow for static assignments of them, I guess. Strict assignments of them, whatever. Okay. So unit dot cell unit.x, unit.cell.y, and let's just use the literal 1. So it's running has no idea what it should be. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. What's this gonna do for us? Oh. Let's see, we can drop that, Drop that, and then this doesn't mean anything, and this is just wrong. So now self dot center. Don't know why you're there. We select a guy. Okay, that's not working. Oh, I do know why you're there. Don't care about units right now. Don't care about debug right now. Okay. I think I'm doing this at the wrong spot, so let's see. It is actually, yeah. Let me call that. I'm just gonna call it update. It's a better word. That's way better. It's only getting it one time. It's not going to update the position. So it should be saving it though to itself. Oh, but look what I did. See again. I mean, this is fine. It's pick 08, whatever, but I'm definitely going to write the real game in some kind of stricter language. It's nested in a button up. Let's see what I think it's going to do it. I think I just assigned the values wrong, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. It looks like I'm wrong. Radius update. Unit.cell.x. Unit looks like this. Unit cell x. Line 39 in cursor. Aha. Yeah. Oh, button P. That is the, that's the, when I press the X button, which is like the action button. It sets the XY then and never again. I think that is what we want. I do need a way to clear it, but I think we want this because I press button X. And what I did, I don't know if you remember, but there was like a huge amount of boilerplatey crap here for manually debouncing switches and shit, and what I did was I created this input class that just ended up being cleaner and a bit less verbose. What am I doing here? Self.center.x, self.center.y. Need to pass the unit x and y as it moves. No, I don't want that. So back to Advance Wars, like, the way this works in these kind of games, or at least what I'm going for here, is you select a guy, and you see the radius, but then as soon as the guy gets where he's going, the radius goes away. So there's going to have to be some more animation locking or something happening, but I do actually want this thing to stay in place. And then we just like attach to the new grid next time he moves. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. And yeah, we're not clearing it anywhere, so that is surely not going to work correctly right now. But what I don't understand is why it's just there. Somehow it initialized with a value of 1, 0. Yeah, and it shouldn't be anywhere right now because I didn't press X yet. Oh, hang on. Oh, look, there's this stupid problem. Aha, hang on. What's that gonna do for us? I passed the values correctly, but I had an operator order of operations error here. So that should be closer to correct. Okay, now it is appearing in the correct place when I... See, this is what I want to see. Do the same for the Y. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know why it actually appears at all. Let's do this. No. Okay. Now I click guy and I get our radius. And now he's selected, I move him. And then when he gets to where he's going... No, actually, I can do it when he leaves. Who cares? Yeah, actually, that's fine. Or at least it's fine for now. So when he moves... We can just do a, I mean, I want to... I don't know. Let's pretend we're working with a real language, and we can do... We'll just do radius clear and oops equals nil nil nil. Just nil those out. See what that does. Yeah, making progress here. Making progress. So we click a dude, we see the blue radius indicator, we move him, and it goes away, and he moves. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yeah, self-center equals... Yeah, that's probably better. Self-center. Good thinking. I think these will vivify, right? Seems like they would. It's like... And let's do radius 2. Oh wait, look, this is even wrong. I did... What did I even do? This should be... Shouldn't even be there. This is totally wrong. Self dot radius, and then this should be x plus self dot radius. Yeah. Self dot center dot radius. Currently, I think I just want x and y in the center because radius is not the center coordinates. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. They're nested, yeah. So we got self.center.x plus self.radius times 8, which is our pixel multiplier. Clear removes the center, and then self.radius set it to 0, or I don't know, nil. I really don't like not having typing, but whatever. Make you nil too. Let's see what that's gonna do for us. Nope, hates it. Cephal, where did I type that? Cephal. So that looks good. That looks good. And then just for the hell of it, let me put on some music again. So the algorithm will be more sophisticated than this, but should be x plus radius, x minus radius, y plus radius, y minus radius. And now we should see a radius of 1, so we should see like a D-pad looking cross. And I didn't see that. That's weird. Oh, yeah, no. Self.center. So you're on Y. So this is left and right. That'll give us left and right. Yep. And then you should be just X. Self.center.x. And then Y self.radius and oops. Right? I think that should do it. Square look around. Hey, check that out. Looks like a video game. So I think I'm going for exactly what Advance Wars and, if I remember right, Fire Emblem do, which is like assuming the unit has like assuming the unit is in the middle of a plane and, you know, there's an equal movement cost among all relevant cells, we're gonna have like a circle but made of squares, right? Move points radius. Yeah, right. Yeah, like your movement points. So like what oops, I didn't mean to do that. So like well, here. This is why I have this. So now we can yeah, right. I kind of just got this. So I got a Wacom tablet here and stuff. Let's see if this works for us. All right. So let's say here's our dude. And let's say we have a radius of, I guess, 3. So, you know, I would want here, here, here. One, two, 3. See, this is what I need to think about. I would want this shape, but then duplicated, right? It's like this whole thing. But then that should also apply like in the up direction or whatever. You know what I mean? So like I think what we're going to have is like the union of 4 Christmas tree looking things. And algorithmically, I'm sure I'm going to do this in an inefficient way because you can already see there's going to be some cells that I'm going to compute twice and stuff. But like whatever. You need a nested loop. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of weird nesting and stuff to think about as we work through this. And what I'm going to do probably tonight is just solve for... and for the diagonal ones. I think so. It'll be something like that. What I think I'm gonna try to do is determine, like, this relationship. And it looks like, you know, if our, let's just say our radius is 3, then we want, you know, we want to do like a +2, a -2. So I'd probably, like, draw these first, like this whole row first as my outermost loop or whatever, and then draw rays going this way. I think that's how I want to approach the problem. Yeah, right. And that's the right way to say it, is really we are doing more of a diamond than a circle. I think that's what we're going for. So, let's see. But let me double check this. I think this now works. I think that looks pretty good. Oops. You probably have. I mean, it seems like it's a common problem, and I did exactly 0 research to solve this, other than look at the algorithm for drawing circles and realize, oh man, I'm not touching that. That looks complicated. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna, like, just take a crack at this and surely solve it in an inefficient way. But yeah, maybe it's something we can refine, or maybe it is worth doing a little research for. I don't know. First, I guess let's get this all committed. Oh yeah. Radius is now a global. The other thing I did, you probably noticed, but like when I did all that refactoring, you know, but beforehand, up until now, I've had everything attached to, like, the game object. It was like game dot, you know, player dot blah 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 blah, and I ripped all that crap out, and I moved all that nested stuff just to the top level in the global namespace. And what I want is game now only to contain, like, state of the board. I need a refactor to make that happen. I'm not there yet, but that's where we're trying to go. Okay. Okay, so now we got the radius plumbing in place, and now we can work on the actual algorithm. So and see, even this probably isn't right. Well, okay. So I actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I think we want to change this even before we proceed. What I think we want, rather than doing this visual stuff in Draw, I think we want to do this in Update. And what we want to do is produce an array, let's say array, it's a table, let's call it an array. We want to produce an array, a deduplicated array, of the coordinates that are inside of the radius. And then down here, we want to just iterate over those. I think that's what we want, because I want this function to serve two purposes. One is I want it to do what it's doing. I want this visual representation. But the other thing I want to do is, you know, this needs to act as a constraint on unit movement, right? So I want to be able to make a check and see, is the cell that the cursor is on, is that cell a subset of the cells that are in the radius's area? So let's actually make that change before we go further. So let's do center, let's do cells as an empty table. Center and radius, and then clear will have to cells is nil, or is empty. Let's move this, because that logic will go there. And what we want is, oops. I didn't have that, I don't have that snippet yet. Was it pairs something? Yeah. I need to build up my snippets so I don't have to even remember this stuff. So this should be for don't care, cell in pairs, self dot cells do print 48 at cell.x times 8, cell.y times 8. That's where we're going to go. And we don't need that short circuit anymore. I think that's correct. Let's also, just so we don't forget about this, let's just stub out a radius contains. Seems sensible. X, Y. Right. Whatever. So now, add to self.cells what do we want here? The fastest lookup would be like a nested. Would just be like a hash table, like a nested hash table. We'd have to probably need a method so we can vivify. Yeah, okay, let's see. We're gonna need it like a helper function here. Let's do Yeah. First, I think I want to do this. Let's do function radius. Naming things is so hard. Oh my god. Add, I guess. Whatever. Fine. So we want X, Y, and what did I do for maps? Oh yeah, that was a weird closure thing. New, I don't want new because that's sounds like a radius, whatever. Radius. Let's do cell. Yeah, let's do cell. It sounds like a sort of a constructor, whatever. Okay, fine. So let's do like, if not self cells X, then self cells X is an empty table, and if not do I need this? I don't think I do. Then I can just do self cells Y equals true, and this just gives up a like a constant time lookup for these cells, because like a radius like presumably could contain, you know, 50 or something cells, and I don't want to have to iterate over 50 cells when I'm searching to see if they are if a cell is among the area of the radius. So this will give us a nice constant time lookup, so we don't have to iterate over all of them. We just put that in a hash table or whatever like that. So I'm gonna do self dot, so we can add to self dot cells. No, it's not that. Now we do. This is where the algo actually starts, but let's again just kind of scaffold it. So let's do self cell, and then the X, then it's just this stuff. X plus radius and wait, why is that correct? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay, right. And self dot center dot y, yeah. Minus radius and right? If not self cells X, I don't think I need to do this, but let's check. Oh, wait. I always do this. I'm really not a fan of this colon thing. I get it, but I'm not sure that should have been in the language. 48. Attempt to index local cell a Boolean value. Yes. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so now that's not right. Because this is a hash table. So it's like 4x cell in maybe? Let's see what that's gonna do. Yeah, okay. I don't know how to iterate over these things, like these keys. Oh, there's a for each in pick away. Okay. Let's see what this does for us. Wait. Four KV pairs. Thought that was sort of what I was doing here. Is that not correct? Maybe it just doesn't, it probably doesn't like this. Nope. Oh, whoops, stupid. I didn't want to do this. That's the problem. Or actually nest them. Yeah, okay, whatever, there we go. There we go. Nice, okay. Yeah, yeah, got it. So, yeah, what I did was I just refactored this guy, so now we are tracking the cells that are within the area of the radius, because I want this contains method that can return true or false to let us know if a specified coordinate pair falls within the radius, because we need that to implement the movement constraints. Because like right now, you know, we're drawing this thing, but we can still move anywhere, right? But what we want is to disallow movements outside the radius. So I created this guy. So the complicated logic is going to go here. And I created this guy, so no matter how many cells are within that area, it's going to be a constant time lookup to see if a cell is in the area. Because if I didn't do it like this as like a hash table, we would have to iterate over every cell, and that'd be terrible. But that should be nice and fast. And then I think this can just be if self.cells x and self.cells x y. Actually, this probably, I was going to do this, return true, blah, blah, blah. I think we can actually just do, we can probably just do this. Return self.cells x and self.cells xy, because that'll be true or false. So that should just work, I think. It's a little bit clever, but I guess it'll be fine. We're gonna have to solve this problem like twice, by the way, or like two similar problems, because we're gonna have two different radii in the game. We're gonna have a movement radius and an attack radius that's like a red one or whatever. So I don't know if it'll be the same algorithm or what, but it'll be pretty similar if not. In fact, this might all end up being a meta table on like a movement radius and attack radius or something like that. I don't know. But for now, we can just proceed like this. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what I think I want to do? Probably won't be streaming for too much longer. And I don't want to tackle this tonight, because that's going to be this whole thing. But what we can probably do pretty quick is implement this constraint on movement. Let's try that. That should be like a one function call in the right place. So radius and cursor, I guess. And this should just be a quick contains check when moving. So if it's... yeah, it should be this, I think. If the cell is passable and it's within the radius. If the cell is passable, yeah. So if there's not a unit, if the cursor's not on our unit, and you have a unit selected, and this cell beneath the cursor is passable, and radius contains cell.x and y, because this should have a value by now, I think. So now if we did this right, we're only able to move one grid at a time, one cell at a time, which of course isn't what we really want, but so I'm going to go over here, and I can't do it. And I go here, and I can't do it. Great, okay, that's excellent. So now we can only move inside of our radius. Oh, but I can select... okay, if I change my unit selection without moving anyone, I don't clear... so it's radius dot clear. And really, updates should just, like, clear automatically. Wait, no. Yeah. Right? Select you, select, yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. And I try to move you over here, and nothing happens. And I try to move you on your radius, and you do it. Cool. It's actually pretty cool. We're starting to get there. All right. So let's see. Where are we now? We got that for free because we now indicate a selection with a movement radius. Yeah, okay. I think I will probably call it there for the night, because I don't want to wade into this whole mess at the end of his stream. But if we get lucky, maybe we can do that and only that tomorrow. And then later in the week, maybe do the attack radius. And once we have movement and attack there, then we're going to start looking like a video game all of a sudden. So that'll be really, really exciting. But yeah, I'll shut it down for the night, I guess. We don't need to save that. So Noctis, thanks again for the help, for co-piloting, and see you next time. And everyone else is lurking out there, thanks for hanging out. We'll see everyone next time. Have a great night.